كار.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Thank you, Ron. I am truly delighted to be here today, and I want to sincerely thank our hosts here at UC Berkeley, especially Chancellor Dirks, and thank you also, Jeff. This university is a notable home for innovative thinking, and I hope that this event will make a contribution. My thanks to all of you who are giving your time to be with us today. And let me especially acknowledge Skydeck, its model for startup and business incubation, I believe serves our global future. Now, I've always been fascinated by the ability of entrepreneurs to take a brick and see in it a house and build a whole city. But new enterprises need solid ground to build on. And that's Jordan's vision. An economy open to jobs-rich, export-oriented growth. A level playing field. Investments in education, R&D, and infrastructure. Help for ICT and other startups. Enterprise and development zones. Innovation accelerators. And a lot more. Now, why this commitment? There's two words: national interests. Our country wants and needs jobs, good jobs, and especially for young people, the majority of our population. Private sector creativity is key. Now, to support these goals, Jordan took some very dramatic and deliberate steps almost 15 years ago. We saw an urgent requirement for inclusive, sustainable reform, strengthening stakeholding and active citizenship, creating opportunity and raising the standard of living across all our communities. This path is grounded in what makes Jordan Jordan: moderation and openness, respect for others, inclusiveness, and concern for the future. Now, these values have made Jordan a partner in regional peacemaking, global peacekeeping, and interfaith dialogue, and a voice for the entrepreneurial spirit in our region. We have been equally determined to keep Jordan a stable and resilient oasis for our people. Now, recently, refugees fleeing the conflict in Syria have sought a safe haven in our country. The Syrians in Jordan now total roughly 1.3 million, and that's 20% of our population. This influx has put a heavy demand on Jordan's resources, and we cope by working closely with the international community to achieve adequate levels of humanitarian assistance, but much, much more is needed. And to sustain economic growth, we are looking to a new 10-year economic blueprint based on national-wide consultations. So Jordan 2025 will combine an action plan with tough performance management, locating a delivery capacity at the center of government, and to ensure that the outcomes meet the expectations. We're also leveraging national assets. Jordan connects 3 continents and enjoys exceptional international relationships and multiple FTAs. And this position gives Jordan or Jordanian-based enterprises access to 1 billion customers, including Europe, the US, as well as Asia. And we have an asset which I believe is even more important, and that's our people. They are young, aspiring, and globally aware. They are active users of the internet, social media, and new technology. They know regional demand for content, apps, and platforms, and indeed, they are helping to drive that demand as I speak. All this talent provides a market-ready pool for multiple business sectors. And consider ICT. From a position, a tiny position 15 years ago, ICT is now the fastest growing sector in our economy. As was mentioned, it contributes to 12% of our GDP, and directly and indirectly has created some 80,000 jobs. Jordanian ICT has had its challenges, but today, IT exports are up eightfold and has reached roughly about 60 countries. Our climate for innovation has brought Jordan, or has given Jordan the name of Silicon Valley. And Amman has become the regional capital for startups, and today, the 10th best place to start a technology company in the world. Companies are scaling up and making successful exits to global industry leaders. Jordan today is home to the 3 most popular content portals in the Arab world, and they're managing 75% of Arabic user-generated content. ICT is only one of the industries that benefits from Jordan's position as the gateway to the 350 million people of the Middle East and North Africa. And so when you look at it, MENA consumers speak one language, and that's Arabic. More than 70% are 30 or younger. It is a market ripe for growth and underpenetrated by US firms. And Jordan's tech proficient, bilingual workforce puts you in a prime position to reach these consumers. So let me pause here and to thank all of those who have believed in our journey. Bay Area accelerators like 500 Startups, Plug and Play, and Alchemist, investors like Intel Capital, corporations like Cisco Systems, and other angels and mentors. As well, I'd like to point out Bay Area Jordanians have also been extremely important in helping us unlock our potential, and I would like to thank them too. My friends, we want to propel these efforts much, much further. And this will take leadership from both the public and private sector. In this context, I was pleased to see that Jordan jumped 3 places in the World Economic Forum's Network Readiness Index, and I believe that's reaffirming our leadership and our vision for the future. This is a trend that we are determined to continue, and we are committed to working closely with the ICT industry and other new enterprises. Now, we want your success, and we will do all we can to help you every step of the way. And I welcome all of you to engage with our young emerging nation, whether as business colleagues, investors, or mentors. And you will find Jordan's tech scene, I believe, remarkably familiar, creative, passionate, and excited about the future. So I hope you will visit and join us. And may I say there's, I believe, no better place to begin than the MENA ICT Forum in Amman this coming November. You will meet innovators and achievers from across Jordan and the region, along with top global players. So come share your ideas, network, and discover. And I believe you will find partners to make your most creative ideas become reality. Again, thank you very much for having me here today.